We're here to talk a little bit about the digitization of critical assets from a reality modeling standpoint, with a special focus on drone operations. A little bit about who we are. We're a commercial drone service provider and consultant. We have obviously a safety-focused operation. We're created a safety culture from a general aviation background. We're applying to different industries. We're reality modeling specialists. We identify the most effective capture technology and methodology that's safe and proven and apply it to different industries. We have experience in oil and gas, power, and communications. We offer standalone solutions. We like to lead with stuff that addresses specific pain points in your industries, whether you're in capital projects, construction, something that delivers value as soon as it's implemented, that doesn't require heavy, painful, expensive integration, but allows for the integration after the value is realized, and you can integrate the products to extract more value at your own pace. Drones aren't new anymore. It's not the new thing. It's not a fad. It's not a trend. People that utilize this data have the competitive advantage, and the ones that don't are being left behind. EPCs, for example, have always used the intimate knowledge of the asset they're constructing to leverage against the asset owner. For the first time, asset owners can be as informed as their contractors, and the advantage is here for the taking. How's this done? It's our job to make sure everything is in place for our clients to take full advantage of the drone data, as well as data from other sources. We like drones because you can capture a huge amount of data from a short period of time, in a short period of time, but other data sources, ground photography, laser scans are available to be utilized. We offer a complete solution that's broken down into 4 parts. First, we establish a safe and effective way to collect the data or facilitate the collection process using our proven capture methodologies and hardware. This is a deployable model, the collection portion. And we process the data using the industry-leading software and methodologies. We have a close relationship with Bentley Systems, and they've been instrumental in this step, and we value our partnership with them. Next, we perform quality control to make sure that the data meets the agreed client specifications in order to extract its full value. Lastly, we assist our end users with an effective way to access, consume, and distribute the data. Once you have an accurate visual resource of the data, you're empowered to share this information with multiple stakeholders. Having an accurate visual representation of your asset in its current state will reduce the need for on-site visits in most cases. This is especially useful to people that have critical assets that are spread out all over the world, difficult places to access, difficult places to get to. The value remains largely unrealized in the asset owner's ability to be able to share the data in between projects. The information allows for individual interpretations of inspection, an issue, or conflict among any stakeholders regardless of their location. When we succeed in enabling the end user with these resources, the cost of implementing our solution pales in comparison to the value that is delivered in every case. The next few slides are screenshots from a reality model that we've created on the customer's behalf. This slide illustrates a conflict between the asset owner and the EPC. The EPC claimed it had X amount of processed gravel available and needs to contract variance to process a substantial amount more gravel. As you can see here in this animation, the asset owner was able to verify the volume of the processed gravel at the site using an up-to-date reality model that we provided. The EPC then performed a volumetric analysis with traditional methods, laser scans. The results were then compared and were within 1% of each other. The EPC's claim was unsubstantiated. That's just an example of EPC accountability claim validation. This slide is from illustrates visibility that reality modeling can provide to areas that otherwise may go unnoticed. Runoff from the site, pictured above here, was beginning to erode the foundation of this utility pole shown there, carrying high voltage lines in close proximity to craft workers. But as you can see, the foundation is outside the main boundaries of the site. The owner was able to identify the issue using the reality model, perform a comparative analysis of the erosion, and address the issue without incident. In this case, a rail owner developed an area to run a new line. Several months later, a developer started site work on top of the hill beyond what is pictured here, which is above this area. The developer improperly managed runoff from his site, and the hillside was sliding onto the rail owner's tracks. The rail owner used the 3D legacy reality models that we provided to them to prove that the erosion was caused by the new development, and the issue was addressed without further conflict. What we're looking at here is a 500-acre cracker facility in Monaco, Pennsylvania. And we capture this on a weekly basis. The capture time is down to about 3 hours. The delivery time from capture time is 48 hours. And that's performed weekly. We've done 40 of these so far. This is our biggest project to date. And before the end of the construction phase, our goal is to be able to deliver a full-blown 3D product daily. This is just give you a little example of what can be done with 3D change over time. You can see the project come up out of the ground. You can also fix the camera to a certain area and identify the change of a specific area without that moving perspective to analyze 3D change over time. We're working with Bentley Systems to be able to interact with the design models and the reality models in a common environment and show 4D, 5D progress monitoring attachment to those different systems. We're not speculating about the client's usage of the data or the value that sharing it delivers. In the upper left-hand corner here, you can see the different audience from a single project. Now, these are just the people that are sharing the data of the project that you just saw. So this isn't communication between one project and another. This is just how many people have viewed that project around the world. So we can only guess the value that we're delivering with this data, and now the use cases are they're beyond us, as they're all over the world, and the real value is still unrealized because the deployment for the capture process for the owners to be able to have visual representation of their multiple different projects that are going on at once still remains unrealized, but that deployment is underway now. There's 300 users across 10 separate contractors. The client themselves found up to an 8-fold reduction in the time spent analyzing progress. When we first deployed the solution, there was 89 hits, as you can see down there on the bottom right. In a little under a year, there was 2,559, and we think that number is now over 3,000. So really, that just wanted to touch base on a few things that deliver value. A lot of people talk a lot about the potential uses and a lot of different theories and what they're doing with drone technology. So we just wanted to touch on the value proposition and then open up any kind of conversation. And I'm gonna, obviously, I'm going to be available to to discuss anything further with you guys. And my line's open. I appreciate your time. Thanks.